Yo, YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's gameplay is going to be another post-game commentary, just like the old days. We're going to be going through, breaking out some gameplay. I don't know if this is the real Haas, the other guy that does YouTube as well. If it is, shout out to him. GG, he has some great content. Make sure to check it out. And yeah, good game to him, man. Let's kind of go through and break this one down. So off the break here, we're going to go across. Obviously, I don't know what I was doing off the break there. We're going to ignore that start. But as we go through, I've got a few kind of options in my head of where they could be, okay? So we're going to take it over to TAC Maps. Everyone asking what his website is actually right there, tacmaps.gg. It's a very good way to kind of analyze your gameplay and going through. So off the break here, we know that I'm the blue side, so I'm going to keep myself simple and keep myself number one, okay? So during this process, if I'm the red team, there's only a few real options they can really go to. The one option is to go up here through this middle area. They could take the ultra route through P2. No one really does this, so this is a little bit less common. But the main popular route people take is, I would say, through this area here, through this area here, and some people maybe like to go for the outer skirts through here. So those are the three most popular areas. I would say this one here in the circle and this area here are probably less popular in terms of those routes. So just off the break there, we're going to go through, and now I know kind of what they're doing. We're going to basically see what we do to kind of stop that. So off the break, we go across, we go through. So off the break, we go across. I know that they're kind of staying closer. My teammates get two. So just off the break now, I know that there's only two people left in the game, okay? One of them has to be on the hill because obviously the hard point's red. So right now, as we go through, I know that there's one person on the hill. There's two that are dead. So we're actually only looking for one player. So this is how you can kind of use the mini map and the just overall kill feed to kind of understand where people are. So we go across, we open the door. Now, because I have people behind me, I don't really mind dying here as long as we win the team fight, okay? So let me show you guys what I'm actually trying to do in this scenario. What I'm trying to do as the blue team is I'm trying to get the first wave of kills as a team, okay? So let's just say we get the first wave of kills and we get 4 down. We now know the red team are spawning there. So what we can then do is we can set up accordingly in positions where we can watch the spawn. So the same routes that they're going to potentially take. So this area here, this area here, this area here, and this area here, we're going to block them by having a player watching them, okay? So we can have one player in the front of the hill, maybe one sitting on the bridge watching the right entrance or exit, maybe one person sitting through middle, and even one person through here. Now this setup right now, if this is the case, is a perfect setup in my opinion, because all 4 areas are covered. We have everything covered. Now the red team, they're going to have to play it really well to go through and kind of escape. So it's just a really good way of doing that. I don't know why it keeps cutting off. Every time I kind of go through, it seems to rewind, which is a bit annoying, but we'll deal with it anyways. So like I said, we're going to go through, we're going to get that kill. Now I know the last guy's on my left because of the mini map. So my teammate goes through, I end up snaking it, seeing where he is. I go for the push, and there you go. Now we have that kill. Just like I mentioned, the setup we now want is to keep them trapped at the back. So we're going to go through. I'm looking at the mini map and I'm seeing, right, what do my teammates have? So off the break here, my teammates have a okay setup. One of them's watching middle, but no one's really watching the left here. So you see my teammate on the left side here. I wish he picked an angle right now. Look at what he's really kind of watching the middle, which is kind of useless. So I'm going to pick up that angle using the mini map, and you can see Haas goes through out in the open. I get him one shot. Now my teammate's with me. Again, he's not really using his mini map as effective as I think he could. I know that the player I just shot is going deep left, so I have a timing right now. I have a timing to sneak on behind the rest of them. So I'm going to chuck a grenade, go through, and I'm going to try to flank the player I just missed. There he is. He's inside the room. We go across. Probably shouldn't have opened that door because I kind of gave away my position, but ends up working out okay. We go through, and now I'm going to watch middle. So right now I'm hoping my teammates are able to kill the players on the right because I have the whole of middle, and there you go. So just from playing different angles, I'm able to get so many free kills here. 20 seconds left. I don't mind flipping the spawns simply because for the new hill, I think they side slightly better as long as we have middle map control. So I flank another one, go through. There's another guy. I close the angle down. This is perfect stuff here. I think they're still spawning on the right, so we're going to go through. I'm going to try to kind of slide cancel, and I get taken out there. But I'm more than happy with what we did. I think we played that really, really well. So now we're spawning at the back here. We're a minute in, just in case it cuts off. So let's see what the new situation is. So as we go into P2 now, the P2 spawns are fairly straightforward in terms of it's kind of similar. You spawn around there again, and then you spawn around this area. It does kind of change around this area, but this general area is where you're going to spawn. So what we're trying to do now as P2 is the exact same thing. We probably want somebody sitting over there, maybe somebody sitting there. But for me, the key thing is having this mid-map control, okay? Even if we had a setup like this would be perfect, because what you really want is you want this mid-map control. You want to keep these guys trapped on this left side of the map. That's your main goal. Now, the reason I like having somebody playing a bit separate to the right is because they can hold the extra pushes. So for example, if I'm the red team, I don't really want to go through here because someone's watching that. So what I might do is take a route, maybe go across, maybe try to pinch them, right? I might go to the flank. So having somebody there is like a good security. It's kind of watching the flank, making sure the rest of your players are set up. So this player might not even have that many gunfights, but him being there just allows number one to be safe. You got to make sure this guy's got a trophy, and his job is just to watch this area. With the help of number two, he should be good. Now you have number three and number four. They're in a really good spot because they're both kind of watching one lane as well. So overall, you're in a really, really good spot in this scenario. It's so annoying, it keeps rewinding. So I'm going to just have to fast forward as we go through into the next hill. We end up breaking that, and there you go, we were back here. So we're going to go across now. Just like I said with the information, that's a perfect setup, but it doesn't always quite work out like that. So we're going to go through. I spot one on the top. We're going to use our equipment, and you can see there's a few people getting aggressive. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to help my teammate as much as possible. He's clearly watching the right-hand side, so there's no reason for me to watch it with him. So I'm going to just watch this cut here and his left. So you see, as it gets contested, I'm going to watch his left here. You see, we watch over one. He ends up kind of over-committing there, but to be fair to him, there was a lot of people kind of playing aggressive. Great pinch there from Haas. We go across. Zach gets taken out, and now we're kind of 2 versus 3. The guy over-commits through the left. I'm simply just going to bait and switch. As soon as I get this kill, I want you to pay attention to the mini-map. You see how my teammates are now on the other side? I have a very, very big kind of suspicion that they're going to spawn behind me. So I turn around immediately, and there you go. That guy should have killed me, but we read it perfectly. We go through, we get the one kill. I'm gonna like push through middle here, make sure no one's here, but I'm expecting them to spawn on my right. So in this scenario, we're going to go through. I'm going to hold the off angle. We're quite close to a streak here. Good shots there. You see the off angle works out perfectly. 2 go down, and right now, if we look at the mini map, we flipped the map. So now my teammate's got my right, I've got the middle, my other teammate has the left. This is perfect. We do want to rotate here. I do want to make sure we kind of have the new hill. So I go through. I probably should have used my trophy just because it would have been safer. I don't love this play from me going aggressive. I don't mind it to kind of get a timing, but I don't think it's necessary. We go through to middle, and right now I'm just trying to cut the lanes, okay? I feel like we have the spawns for new. I'm just trying to cut the lanes and get some kills. It seems like they kind of snuck through this right area here. My teammates get 2. Perfect stuff. So right now I'm in a good spot. I'm in a really good spot. We know they're spawning on the same side as earlier, the P2 side. So we go through. There's one. Again, I know where he is. Look at the mini-map. I know exactly where he is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to slide cancel. You guys want to be slide canceling here because you want to be cameraing them, okay? So I rewinded slightly. Let's go through again and see what happens. So in these scenarios, like, I know exactly where he is. Oh, I did it again. That's on me. My bad. We'll have to wait a few seconds. But right now, I know exactly where he is, okay? Let's pay attention to the mini-map. So we go through. I don't see him. I go across. I know he's going to be on my right. So right now, if you look on the mini-map, we see him on the bridge, okay? Because I can see him kind of next to the bridge. It looks like he's on the stairs, just on the mini-map. So as I go through now, I'm going to slide cancel. As I slide cancel, my centering is going to go left, sorry, right, because I know he's roughly in that area. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be good enough that I can do some micro adjustments. So I slide cancel, I see him, and now he's out in the open. We get the shots off. But only because I was able to slide cancel, I was able to camera them. So we go through again. My teammate gets another one. So I'm simply just looking at the mini-map. I'm playing off angles, playing prone here because it's quite unnatural. He goes through, he ends up taking me out. So although I said it was an off angle, it wasn't really. You can see it was kind of an obvious angle. I probably should have played a better one, maybe down below, but it's okay. We go through. There's one. Instantly, there's a guy on my right. He's clearly shooting my teammate. So we go across for the second. If we look at the mini-map, there's a few empty options on the right here. So I'm going to go across, use my equipment, because right now they could be coming through this door in front of me. They could be coming through the stairs on my left, through the area on the right, or even behind me. So using equipment, I'm just going to minimize at least one of the doors so that it's easier for me to kind of make a play here. We go through. I'm actually behind him. I don't think he's going to turn around. We're right behind him. There's another one. We go through, and I end up getting caught off guard there. But off the break, really good stuff there. Going into P3, and I'm very happy with the way we're playing. I am spawning quite far out here. So hopefully we're able to kind of push through and get the P4 spawns. So as we go across here, I'm just trying to cut the lanes once again. My teammates are going through the back, and I want to let them push through the back here while I distract through the front. So what I'm going to do, okay, if I take us back to the left screen, in this scenario, we're going towards P3, okay? So we're going into P4. So let's just take a look purely at P4 and what's kind of going on here. So the first spawn is going to be this area here. Once P4 activates, this will be the P4 spawn 1, and the other spawn will be around there. Okay, so my teammates, again, the blue team, they're actually in a good spot because we had P3. They're kind of going through the back. So what I'm trying to do in this scenario is I'm thinking, right, if I'm the enemy and my team are, let's kind of set it up. So if I'm the enemy and I have red control and I'm maybe sitting like this, I'm probably watching areas like this. I'm kind of watching for the blue team to rotate towards us, okay? So I'm kind of cutting off this lane here. So I'm expecting the red team to do something like this, you know, maybe watch it like this, which I think will be a pretty okay setup. You know, it can obviously move around, but off the break, my first thought is, okay, if I can just be annoying to them, if I can go through this area, maybe get a kill here, for example. Let's say I kill this player, right? He's going to spawn there. As this happens, this player now is going to focus on me. So immediately, I'm now the danger for them. So they're going to shift their attention towards me. And now my teammates actually have a 3 versus 2 on the guys in the hill. So me playing my life here, getting a kill, finessing, backing away will be very crucial. If I was to die here, this guy would go again and help his teammates. So I can't die here. Me just playing my life, being distracting is more than enough. And that's why sometimes looking at purely just the kills isn't the answer, because plays like this can definitely win you the game. So we're going to go through. Let's go back to where we just was. So right there. So we go across. You see we get taken out. So as we spawn up, we spawn quite far away. But going through what we just mentioned, I know exactly what I need to do. I need to cut the lanes and give my team spawns for P4. Not directly give them spawns, but be annoying so that they can get spawns themselves. So we go through, and just like I mentioned, somebody is going to be watching that back alley, right? Exactly what I spoke about earlier. He goes through, I get a mark off, and it's very important. I'm not going to shoot him unless I'm guaranteed that kill. And this is so crucial. You want to guarantee the kill. If you don't guarantee the kill, you're essentially wasting your bullets here. And what's going to happen is they're going to react, they're going to go through, and I have a high chance of dying, especially with my teammate on the left here. I really have to be kind of very, very clinical in what I do. So we go through, I get a good kill. As soon as I kill him, now it's time to collapse. We go across, I actually fry Haas there. So I get Zach at the start, I take out Haas, and now it's 2 versus 4. Really good stuff there. I go through, my teammate gets trade. I get the trade from my teammate there, but now we're 2 versus 3. Chuck some equipment on the low end. I'm going to go across. He played it really well. He played that angle really well, but my teammate's there for the trade. So it doesn't matter that I myself didn't get the kill, as long as my team got the kill right there. So we go through, they're going to actually be spawning at the back. It's not ideal, but we have such a big lead here. My priority is now switched. My priority now is to keep them off the hill. So as soon as I go through, there's one. The second's going to push me. I'm all about the angles in this scenario, okay? So right now he's going to push me. So I'm trying my best to play an angle where he has to overcommit. So he goes through, he ends up overcommitting, gets a good kill on me. But in that scenario, I hope to kind of slow them down enough. My teammate gets a trade. Perfect stuff. 25 seconds left. Right now, it's all about the rotation and just thinking of the bigger picture, okay? So what we really need to do here is think carefully. So where are we positioned and what's kind of the scenario right now? So if I go through, what's kind of going on right now is we're transitioning into P5, okay? So it's P4 currently. We have 3 people around here. So we have 1 person there, we have 1 person there, and I've just spawned up over there, okay? My other teammate might just spawn, let's just say he spawns there, whatever. I spawn around there, so I help them out. In this scenario, they have 2 people around there. So it's fair to say those players are probably going to rotate. So the 2 red players are probably going to rotate. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to get caught in this trap. We don't want to heavily commit all of our players over to P4, because then what's going to happen is if we kill them, let's say he's there as well, if we kill this player and we push through, by the time we push through, if they're going this side, we're going to essentially flip the map. And with 15 seconds left, we're going to give them the bad spawns for P4, but the good spawns for P5. You see where I'm coming from? It's all about controlling the new spawns, right? So right now, these are P4 spawns, but now it's going into P5. At the end of P4, we want to make sure we have the good spawn, which is this side. We don't want to be spawning all the way there if they have middle map control. Again, it's loads of kind of what ifs in this scenario. But right now, my biggest picture is to cut them. So I want to make sure these 2 players, I'm either going to stop them through middle or stop them there and just make sure that I get those kills and they spawn even further back. So I'm basically thinking about P5 ahead of it actually happening. So we go through again and let's see what happens. So we go across, we get these kills. So now 25 seconds left. So I'm thinking, all right, I don't mind getting a few more seconds here and then rotating. As soon as I die, I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's my call to rotate now. 15 seconds left. I spawn on the new hill. Let's just start rotating. So right now I should be rotating. There's no reason to go left here. So again, some self-evaluation. I shouldn't go left there. It's not the worst play in the world because I'm trying to cut the lanes based on where my teammates are, but it can be risky. So we go through, we spot one, you see we get him kind of in a corner, we go across, but right now I feel like I don't need to be here, to be honest with you. And I realized that a bit late. I end up stunning him and repositioning. So the reason why I don't love that play was because I relied on my teammates to win their gunfights. So now I'm in a good spot. But if my teammates lost their gunfights, that would have been my fault for not rotating. So you have to be very, very careful and cautious in those scenarios. So now we're going through. And what am I doing? I'm playing a corner. Perfect timing. We're behind one. He's not going to turn around here, right? Because this is his spawn. And there you go. We hit the jackpot. There's 2 players. So we take out one. We slide cancel. We find the second. We get him 1 shot. And right now, they now have to look at me. And I'm literally behind them. So they're worried about the pinch. We go across. This guy's 1 shot. We don't need to kill him. My teammate's right there. We go through and they're going to be on my right again. So it's all about the reposition. I'm playing my job perfectly right now. The rotation wasn't as clean, but this bit here is perfect. We spot another one. We get another kill. My teammates are doing a great job of holding it. They do lose a few gunfights, but overall I'm able to kind of go across and get some more kills. I know my teammates are spawning behind me, so they should be spawning in front of me. Based on the mini-map, they should have this empty gap. So I'm going to go through. I should probably sit in the hill here. Looking back at this, I think I was in flow state, but I should sit in the hill with a trophy system. So I don't mind me pushing out like this if I had somebody in the hill. So I should have got the hill there, but you can see I get back on there eventually. So it's not the end of the world. Even if you lose a few seconds to guarantee a kill, sometimes it's okay. I think they're going to come behind me. I'm just kind of holding it for my life here. Now, if you're in a team right now, you got to tell them to get on the hill. Why? Because you want to play for your cruise. I'm 2 off a cruise here, so I should be playing and prioritizing my cruise missile. I get another kill. I'm now 1 off the cruise. We go through. This guy comes across. I'm trying to get the trade. And again, I'm just trying to get an easy kill here. Me playing the new rotation is a little bit risky because I'm by myself. They're obviously going to push me and I'm 1 off a cruise. So I'm just trying to hold the angle. Right now, if he comes behind me, I'm fairly confident my teammate will get that kill. So I'm just going to hold this angle. He shouldn't really go for me here. We hold it. We hold it. We're just desperately waiting for a kill here. So you see, I'm playing patiently. I go across and I'm just going to chase this guy here. We go through. We end up getting that kill. Very risky. Could have played a bit better, but the damage is done. We get the kill. We go through. And right now, I'm a bit pushed out, which is good, but we don't want to get trapped here. So we go through again. There's this guy middle. My job now is to take him out and just cause confusion for the enemies. I don't want them to have a free setup. So we go across, my teammate goes through, he takes out the guy that I was getting weak. There's one, and now we're going to bait and switch. The guy's behind the desk, we go through, we know where he is, I pre-fire it, go through. There's a guy on my left, the trades go in, 2 go down, everything's going through. My teammate does get taken out, and my other teammate's there for the trade. But just like I mentioned, it's all about the team fight. Now, while that's going on, we have a little bit of a distraction. So what I can do is progress through the map. I'm not too worried here because I've got an angle. There's big 2-piece. There's a guy on my right. We go through, just short on bullets there. Slightly short on bullets there. A little bit annoying, but it's okay. We go through, big 2-piece. Let's see what we can do for the third. So again, I think I'm playing this really well. There's obviously a few small bits here and there which I can play a bit better, but overall as a team, I think I'm really commanding in terms of where I'm going. I'm playing well. We're up by about 80 points here. In this type of lobby, that is very, very good. We go across. No one's watching my middle, so I should be dolphin diving. There you go. Getting through into middle. Right there again. Maybe I could have used a stun grenade on my left. So a bit of feedback for myself. But now this isn't good. This is not good. So this is exactly what we had for them. We had them trapped here. Just like I mentioned, now we're now spawning here. They have the full setup. They should know exactly where we're coming from. Let's see how I break this. So my first thought is to go for an easy kill. He pushes out. I don't think that was a bad play. I think it was a pretty good play. Gets a good angle on me, takes me out. We're now spawning at the back still. He gets a 2-piece. He's 1 off a crew, so I have to kill him here. We go through. Let's see what can happen. I do get traded. Now, that guy might have pushed out a bit further to basically flip the spawns, and that's exactly what happens. So now we spawn behind them. I don't think they read that too well, and it works out okay for them because they have the spawns for the new hill, but it also works out okay for us because now it's a bit more chaotic. So where they had us in a trap, we've now escaped. That right there was an excellent 2-piece. We take out one. I wait to look at the mini-map. There's a guy on my right. He's below. That means he's going to be on my left. We jump around the corner. He's trying to run away for spawns. We catch him in the sprint and get him for the 2-piece. Excellent stuff there. We're now going to go through and we're ourselves going to go for spawns. So I'm jumping across now, and all I'm doing is being annoying. I'm giving them another problem to deal with. While my teammates break through the front, I'm giving them another problem while also blocking these spawns. They can't really spawn here now because I'm standing here. Excellent shots there. So we lined up our centering. We took out one. We now have the spawns. My teammates on the right. I go through. We get this guy weak. He actually overchows it. Probably could have killed me with some good timing there, but now we have the spawns. So again, I'm just playing the off angles, and I think I'm playing the SMG role really, really well here. Looking back, I'm very happy with the way I played this. There's another one. He ends up taking me out. So he's killed me twice on those stairs there. And you can see he obviously predicts the stairs. To be fair, it was a good slide cancel, but I need to stop playing there because it's such a common spot. We go through. I'm going to slide cancel here. I'm just kind of wary. I know they can kind of expect this push. So we go through, and you can see how that slide cancel around the corners. I'm just being a little bit more cautious. I don't quite execute the slide cancel to perfection there, but that's okay. We spawn a bit out, but we have the luxury of the earlier gunfights. We have the luxury of the time, sorry, not the gunfights. We have the luxury of having a score from earlier. So now we can go through, even though there's 5 seconds left. I'm still going to push this. Not really for the hill. It's more for the spawns. I think breaking the spawns through the right is a lot easier. My teammates breaking it. I expect them now to be on my left to go down, and we end up breaking it perfectly. I'm immediately going to turn around just to find out where they're coming from. I think we should have the spawns there, so I'm going to watch the front. My teammates, I'm waiting right now. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting to see where my teammate spawns, the 4th guy, because that's going to guarantee the information. So we're waiting for a second. And as soon as I see my teammate spawn behind me right now, that confirms they're spawning in front. This kill gets me 1. We go across. I'm going to go to the left here, and I'm just going to play a different angle. I'm just going to be annoying to deal with. I know they're going to be on my right, so we slide across here. And all I'm doing is waiting for a timing. They're not going to really look in this middle because they kind of spawn close. So we go through, we go behind them. The only danger is what you're seeing now is my teammates lose their gunfight, and I was a little bit late. But we end up going through. I get 1, almost get the 2nd there. I probably should have killed him. I kind of messed up my shots. And we get to a point where we're still in control. 24 seconds left. I'm just going to go for this time here because I feel like I'm confident in the rotation. If I can stop them from getting this time, we'll be good. So we go through, 15 seconds left here. Now I can start to rotate. So we start to push out their spawn, exactly where they're coming from. I know they're spawning here. We go through, and just like that, we're getting the kills. There's a guy on my right. If we look at the minimap, we know Haas is the last guy around here. So we're going through. He's probably around this area on my right somewhere. So we're going to play carefully, go through, and I'm actually going to sneak across there. So me sneaking across, again, I'm behind them. So I take out 1, poor shot. I think I played that well. I just didn't quite shoot the way I wanted to at the end. But we now spawn out, and it's all about the breakthrough. I do have a cruise missile as well, which is very, very crucial in this game. And in this scenario, with a cruise as well, I'm like very confident we're going to win from this scenario. So for me, it's about just keeping composed, not giving them too much to work with, and just playing smart with my rotations and not giving anything up. Again, another gunfight, I probably should win. They were just poor shots from myself. So I was a little bit inconsistent with my gunfights in this game, but overall I played it pretty well. There you go. We get a really good kill there. So you can see a lot of inconsistency in my gun skill, which obviously can be worked through just kind of shooting bots and practicing. Right now, where they're spawning on my right. We just killed them. My teammates spawning behind me. They're going to be on the right. Chuck a stun, chuck a grenade. I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to chuck a stun and grenade. Look at the minimap. Every single one of my teammates is watching the front, so I'm going to turn around and watch through middle just to make sure they're not pinching. And there you go. Perfect timing. Now, that can only happen because my teammates watching the front and no one was watching middle. So some people look at that, and this is where you get like those comments like, oh, he's obviously got walls. How does he know that? It's literally a process of elimination. If nobody's coming through the front right now, there's a chance they could come through the right. There's also a high chance I do this same jump and no one's there. There's also a chance I do the jump and he's 5 seconds later. It's just a timing thing. So I go through, as soon as I chuck it, I immediately go for the jump and he ends up getting perfect timing. That happens sometimes, but it all comes down to game awareness. See that? There's a guy behind me. Why? Because my timing was slightly late for him. So I got the second guy, but the first guy actually got there earlier. So it's all about timing. Sometimes you get excellent timing, which makes it look quite, quite sus. Sometimes you don't get good timing at all, and they're able to break the hill. 5 seconds left, I go through. He comes behind me, and I'm again just going to play a different angle. We still have the cruise missile to work with. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind we're going to win the game. Right now, this is so annoying for them to play against. Like, imagine they're trying to break the hill right now, and they just see me on this bridge. They don't have time to check every corner. So right now, they need to get on the hill, right? They need to run on the hill. I know they're spawning on my left here. I don't need to panic about the hill. One of my teammates will pick it up. Right now, all I need to do is slow them down. So like right now, look, Haas is running. He's trying to get to the hill because we only need 4 seconds. And I'm right here. I'm slowing him down. I make his teammates weak. Now, both of them are distracted by me. Both of them are probably looking at me. Again, playing my life. My teammates now have an easy kill. And there you go. He gets both of them. So what I did right there was play my life perfectly. I get another one. So I've got 3. Essentially, I got 2 assists there and a kill. Now, my teammates are pinching the last guy. I'm going to go in and help him, and we're basically 2 versus 1. He wins that gunfight by himself. We go through, we win the game. 33 kills in the lobby. Although I got the least amount of time on my team, I think I did a really good job of cutting the lanes, playing those crucial spots, and really just controlling the tempo of the push, making the game easy for my teammates. Now, I will say one thing. My teammates did a good job doing their role. It's all about adapting, okay? So this game, whenever I needed to get on the hill, I did. I didn't do it too much. I was really kind of worried about the pacing and cutting the lanes. So you have to make sure you're adapting based on what your teammates do. YouTube, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like on the channel. If you guys want me to break down your gameplay just like I did for myself, make sure to hit me up on Discord. The link will be down in my description. I do personalized coaching videos. It's called a VOD session. So if you want me to do that, let me know and I will make sure to do that for you guys. Drop a like and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.